Morning gang. Right, different start today. We're already on our way to an auction house, and that is a local one. I just need to pick up one lot from there that I won last week. I just didn't have a chance to pick it up yet, so we're gonna do that now. I've also already been to a local shop and picked up some cardboard boxes from them for free, because I told you guys I need to save some money on packaging this year. So that's already done. And then once we've been to the auction house, we head to the unit, bang out some orders, and then we do some hunting after. So let's get it. All right, that's our lot for today. It's only one, like I mentioned. We paid £124 including auction premium, and that is a load of coins. So let's get to the unit. Right, those are the boxes I was talking about. I used to only pick up boxes like this for free, like I want to say once a month. But as I said, beginning of the year, I need to save on packaging this year. So I'm going to do it more often. I'll probably do it like twice a week or something, because I'm going to do more whatnot shows this year as well. Try to move stock a bit quicker. Save some money. Oh, they put some small ones in here as well. I love it. Not just the big things. Put the small ones up here. Right, orders. Let's bang them out. They are quite weak, to be fair, today, just because people are broke from Christmas and New Year's Eve. Obviously, we're in the middle of Jan, going towards the end of Jan. So most people are probably in debt or something, but yeah, they should pick up again next month. So let's get cracking. First up, we got this vintage King Scout certificate, and the customer only wants the certificate. He doesn't want the frame, so I'm going to take it out later, which is good news because I don't have to worry about the glass breaking on the way. And that went for £33.31. A vintage metal teapot for £5. In here we got a vintage biscuit jar with a silver plated lid. That went for a tenner. Next up we got the sterling silver horseshoe pendant. That went for £20. A Nikon Coolpix camera, but it's broken, so I sold it for parts only. That went for £9.99. A vintage Casa film camera for £11.99. In here we've got a pair of vintage ceramic bells. They went for a tenner. A Warwickshire sweetheart brooch for £6.99. Another sweetheart brooch, and that's an RAF one. That went for £7. A Leonardo collection cottage for £6.29. In here we got a French ceramic ashtray. That went for £4.58. In here we got a figurine. That went for £6.99. A vintage Isle of Man cigarette case for £10.80. Another cigarette case, but that's from Tremblay, and that went for £8. Next up we got this little vintage football medal. That went for £9. A vintage Chinese commoners badge for £6.40. Next up we got these two Danbury Mint service medals. One went for £4, one for a £5. A 1980 Moscow Olympics archery badge, that went for £8. And a 1985 Kellogg's cornflakes mug, and that went for £5. Right, that's all the orders picked here. I need to head back to the house now. I've got loads of orders to pack from yesterday's whatnot show. I think it was like 50 orders, but it's 18 parcels or 19 parcels, something like that. So I need to bang them out. Then we're going to do some auction hunting as usual, see if we can snipe anything. So let's get it. Right, those are all the orders from last night's whatnot show. So time to pack them up and do some hunting.
At the 15 we sell. Gabble is up at £18.
Anybody else on these ones?
Right, whatnot parcels are done. Happy days. I'm glad that's out the way. Time to crack on. Right. Packaging. Right, that's shoe paper. And I'm actually quite intrigued what this is going to be like. So I told you beginning of the year I was going to save on packaging, and my most expensive packaging are the brown boxes I use. They're the large boxes. So I was looking online for cheaper suppliers, but turns out my current supplier is basically the cheapest one out there. So instead of buying even bigger bulk to make it cheaper, I found a supplier that basically sells pre-owned boxes. So they've been used before. So I'm quite interested to see how battered they are, what the condition is like. So let's have a look. Alright, so let me just grab one, put it together, see what it's like. Yo, they're not in bad condition at all. This one has a tiny rip here, but they're good to use. They're a bit smaller than my usual brown boxes, but it's a nice size. And by using them, I'm basically cutting my costs for brown boxes in half.
It's gonna go for 65. So we're gonna go at 85 only. £10 has the bid at the moment. Is at 12 now? Anybody else?
Right, auctions are done for today. We've been bidding at 2 auctions today. One of them is a local one. One of them is further away. The one that's further away, they're obviously going to send to us, but we did really well at that one. And then the local one, I'm not too sure about because there was 2 lots that I took a gamble on. So I guess we're going to find out how well we actually did once we picked it up and brought it back. So let's get back on the road again. Right, we arrived at the auction house. I've just been inside quickly and paid for our lots. Altogether we spent £291 today. That is including the auction premium, and that is for 6 lots. So let's go inside and grab them quick. Thank you.
Should be everything, so.
Perfect, thank you so much. Right, quick and easy. Time to head back. We're back. Let's have a look what we got then. So lot number 1 is a bunch of vintage Japanese items. So we got some hand-carved wooden ornaments. I thought this bear looks pretty sick the way they hand-carved it. Then we got some sort of brooch, some lacquerware, a little cup, and a Meiji dish. Altogether we spent £10 on that lot. Lot number 2 is a bunch of bygones. So we got this big mason bowl, and we've got a large copper kettle. It's pretty big. Then we've got a mantle clock, which is still in nice condition, so that should bring some money. Then we've got, I don't even know what you call this, to blow out your fire. It's still working as well, just needs a proper clean. It's made out of wood. And then my favorite item out of the lot is probably this bronze turtle ashtray. Thought that's pretty neat, and it should get a lot of views on Vinted, I reckon. So that should go quick. And altogether we spent £15 on this. Lot number 3 are these Netsuke figures. So we got 3 of them. We got an owl, we got this dog, and we got a chicken. So they're made out of boxwood, and we paid £18 for them. So if we basically sell one of them, we should make our money back, and then the other 2 are going to be profit. So happy days. Right, lot number 4. So we got these 2 sets of scales there, including the weights. Usually the weights go missing over time. And then I'm not even sure what we got in here. I didn't see that on the auction lot pictures. So let's have a quick look. So we got this little compact or pocket mirror. So another compact. What else do we have? A bunch of wallets. Let's make sure there's no money in here. Nope, just old empty wallets. So that is nothing. And what the hell is this? No clue. Looks like rubbish, to be fair. What do we have in here? A wooden thimble. Not sure if there's anything special about it. I need to check. What is this? Oh, it's funky looking. Got another one of them. No idea. A mini knife. Stainless steel. Another mini knife. So I think that's a belt buckle, I guess. Ooh, I guess it's a... Is it a comb? It looks like a comb. No idea. I figured out later how to open it. That looks silver plated. Just a wooden trinket box, but people still buy that. Keyring. Keyring. Not sure about this one. I might actually test that if it's silver, because the color is sauce. That looks like a little pin or something. Just want to make sure it's not gold. Doesn't look like it. And we got another thimble. That's actually quite heavy, but it's not silver, so no big money in that one. Poof. An old mini ashtray. Another little trinket box. Ooh. Got a little mummy and a little mannequin inside. Oh yeah, it doesn't look like silver to me. Oh yeah, and then we've got gold plated cutlery basically, still packaged up, so we should get some money from that. And altogether we spent £38 on this lot. So not amazing, but it is what it is. Few small nice bits in there, so there is some profit in this, but also a lot of rubbish. Right, and now to the gamble of the day. So those are the last two lots. So this is one lot, which is basically 2 boxes of costume jewelry, but on the pictures I've seen a few bits that might be something. So I took a gamble on this and paid £65. And then we got one big box of bijouterie. We paid £85 for this. Again, I've seen a couple of bits that were questionable, so I wasn't too sure. I definitely took a gamble on this. I might completely lose money here. I might find some gems. So I'm going to go through them quickly, see if we got any gems in there, and then I get back to you.
6.5 hours later.
Right, it took me a little bit to get through all this, but we made it. So the good news are, I definitely didn't burn myself here. There's definitely some profit to be made here. So let me show you a couple of bits. First up, we got a load of costume jewelry. There's no high value in each single item, but they will add up. So there's a lot of like crosses and religious items like this, as you can see. So a lot of them are gonna go for like £3 to £5 a piece on Vinted. I might even do a whatnot show just to get rid of them all pretty quick. But yeah. So that's all the costume jewelry. These are just some random bits that I found in there. There's no value in them. We've got more costume jewelry here. They're actually in nice condition, so I'll probably look at like £5 to £10 a piece on this. Some little gold plated bits. And then in here I put all the interesting items. So for example, we got a brooch with jade stones. We got a hand-painted brooch that is gold rolled. Then we got this funky little pendant that goes for like 15 to 20 quid. Then these one are like silver plated Masonic bits. I can't remember what they're called. There's not huge money in them, but as a pair probably 15 quid because we've got 2 of them. We got some nice brooches that go for like 15 to 20 quid each. Got a jewel craft brooch in here, a gold rolled cross. Then some pearl necklaces. I did look them up. They go for about 15 to 20 quid each. Then we got some old cameos, even one with Queen Lizzie. I can't remember what she goes for. I have a feeling like 20 to 30 quid. Then I also found this vintage or antique belt buckle of a snake, and it's hard to say from when it's from. So some of them are from the Civil War, it's that old, and then some others are just from World War One, World War Two, some from before. Then I also found a ring that is basically made out of a 1 penny coin from 1915. It's really hard to see on this cam, but you can see 1 penny 1915 in there. We got some American cufflinks with coins from 1902. Then we got this little set from the British Museum that goes for like 25 quid. And then let's get to the more interesting bits. So first up, we got this bag basically. Let me show you quickly. So everything that I had in that bag basically needs confirming. I'm not sure what material it is, but for example, we got these 2 thimbles, and they do look like silver to me, so we will just have to test them. Then also same thing with this golden ring. I have a feeling it might be gold, but again I'm not 100% sure, so I need to have them tested. And then same with the St. Christopher pendant. Usually they are silver, but again I need to test this one. It does look like silver to me, but yeah, I'm not 100% sure. And now to the bits that I am sure about. So first up, we got a sterling silver necklace, and it's got some sort of moonstone or something in there. They go for 30 to 40 quid. Next up, we got a sterling silver pendant and necklace from the Franklin Mint for Queen Lizzie's Silver Jubilee from 1977. It's in great condition. It is all hallmarked, all Gucci. I think it was, I can't remember how many grams. I think 17 grams of silver or something. Sterling silver, that is. So that one goes for about 40 quid. Even if I was to scrap it, I would still get about 30, 35 quid for it. And then the bits in here are all sterling silver. So it added up to 65 grams altogether in here. So if you take the stones out and stuff, you probably end up with about 50 grams of sterling silver. So even if I was to scrap it, which I'm not gonna do, I'm gonna scrap this, for example, just because it's missing stones. But items like this brooch that is in great condition, I can just sell as a jewelry piece. Same with this, I'm not gonna scrap it, I'm just gonna sell it. But even if I was to scrap it, there's some good money in here. I reckon this tub alone I can turn into about 100 quid, maybe even 120. And then I found another little gem, which is an old 9-carat gold chain. It's not very heavy, but it is still 1.6 grams. So that is about 44 quid if I was to scrap it, which I'm probably gonna do. I might even get a bit more for it. And I found another chain, which I'm not sure about, so I'm gonna have this tested, but I have a feeling it might be gold as well. And then obviously I'm also gonna sell the jewelry boxes themselves. This one looks quite old. This one is in great condition, so I should get money for them as well. Oh yeah, I found this pendant as well. Most of these pendants are usually like 14-carat gold, some even 20-carat gold, but I can't see a hallmark, so again, I need to have it tested. Even if it's not, I'll probably get like 8-9 quid for it. So altogether, for everything you see on this table, we paid £150. Not gonna lie, I was shitting it when I started going through them, because I started with all these bits, so I was quite disappointed. But when I started finding more gems, I was like, yeah, this is a winner actually. But yeah, that's already it for today's video. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. And you know what's coming next. I'll see you in the next one.